everyone, my name is Alexa and I am a teacher plus a health coach for teachers and paraprofessionals. I specifically help them beat burnout by creating a healthy lifestyle that is personal to them and so that they can live a life inside the classroom and of course outside of the classroom. So today's topic is on 5 boundaries that will make your life so much better as a teacher and a paraprofessional. And I've done a video before on boundaries a long time ago, but and I will link that there. But I also just wanted to update it, and because I feel like with boundaries, they change every year because the year changes, and you have different students and maybe a different team, whatever. Things change. So this year I implemented 5 different boundaries that has really helped me be my best self. But before we start, I want you to know that 1, you do not have to do these boundaries. 2, you don't have to use these tips. However, with boundaries, it's very important that you do make boundaries, and maybe you have them and they're different, and that's totally fine. Or if you are someone who struggles with boundaries, listen up. I was someone, oh, sorry, my cat distracted me by doing something weird. What are you doing? Okay. I was someone who, I never set boundaries, ever, like with relationships and, teaching, I never even thought of it. And when I became a teacher and students were contacting me and teachers, other like Gracie, administration, and parents were contacting me like at 5 p.m. and I was like, what the heck? I don't want to talk to you right now. Like, you could have emailed me during the school day. And so I quickly realized, like, you know what, like, setting boundaries are really important, and I researched them. I found other people, like me. Before I was a health coach, I realized that, like, this is something that other people deal with, that they don't know how to set boundaries. So, I quickly learned and it has been a life changer, complete life changer. And even today, like outside of the classroom, I set boundaries, one for myself, especially with my cell phone, because I'm very addicted. So I set a boundary, like I can't use my phone at this time to this time. And then whoever texts me, I'm just like, oh, sorry, I had my phone in a different room, like whatever, right? They're not gonna care, or I don't say anything at all. So I have 5 boundaries for you that I started this year, and they were seriously a life changer. So let's get into it. Number 1 is I don't discuss school outside of school. So when I go to catch up with my friends, the one thing I do is we ask each other, of course, like how's school, how's work, whatever. And you know what, it's just like, it's going well, or it's just, it's not going well, whatever. But it's important to like just kind of leave it at that. Or sometimes you see someone at a grocery store or at Target or wherever, and they bring up something, you're like, you know what, actually email me and I'll get back to you during the school hours. So that way, I can remember. Like, you might remember, but like, if you talk about whatever it is, you're gonna be there for like 3 hours talking to that person. So it's important that you make that boundary that like school time is school time. Right? So for me, it's 6:45 to 2:15. I get there at 6:45. I could talk about school. I could talk about my students with maybe their special ed teacher, or like something with the principal or whatever. And that's it. Number 2, I'm picky about what I do on my after hours. So what I mean by this is if you're an English teacher, especially, I feel like you are going to have like essays to grade and crap. Maybe you're someone who does a lot of projects, and that's great, but like that's a lot of work. And you might have to take work home. And I don't have that being in my specific content area, but sometimes I didn't get the grading done that I needed to get done. And they have rubrics in health and phys ed. And so what I do is I'll take home like some that I didn't finish throughout the day during my prep period, or when the kids were doing some workout routine. I will grade those papers like at home if it's like 5 or 6 of them. I don't go over an hour at all, especially if it's on the weekend. I do it for 1 hour if I have to. I have not brought work home for so long, and it's been really nice. I get it done during the day. That can be hard for other people. So that's really a boundary, I think, that's personal to you. Number 3 is my bestest one ever, and it is my lunchtime is my lunchtime. So 1, I'm not going to be answering emails during my lunchtime. I am not going to be grading. I'm not going to be doing anything during my lunch besides eat my lunch. Like, seriously, I eat at 10:30 in the morning, which is like kind of pathetic, but I get so hungry that I'm just like, I'm starving and all I'm thinking about is food. Like, I want to eat. And what I like about what I do is I eat with other teachers and subs. So I go to the teaching lounge and I'm like, hey, like, how's your day going? Or who are you in for today? And, and like, we don't talk about work, which is nice. It's like a little boundary maybe all of us have. I have no idea. But we laugh about things. We talk. I don't know. We talk. And it's really nice. And it's social. I love being out of the classroom, being out of the gym, and just being like, this is so nice because I can talk to actual adults versus teenagers all the time. That's just my opinion. But yeah, so my lunch is my lunchtime. Number 4 is students and parents do not get my personal contact information. And I know it's out there. You could probably find my number somewhere or my address, whatever, I don't know. But they do not get that. They can email me and that's fine. They can write a note on my desk and that's fine. But you can call the school, and then the school can make it so that they can call me, you know what I mean? There's a word for it. Wait, I'm thinking about it. I don't know. So if they get your personal text message, like your personal phone number, you might get calls all the time. And that would be annoying. And 1, it's kind of inappropriate. It might not be inappropriate like how you're thinking inappropriate, but like your time is just so precious. You might have kids at home. You might have your nieces or nephews with you at a point, or you just want to spend time with your husband or wife and see how their day was going and talk to them and just catch up. And whatever can be said at school can be done at school and said at school. So that's a huge boundary that I set. One thing that I did, and I had to start this at the school that I was burnt out in, we had like a day that we got together and we got to meet the parents and stuff. And I handed them out a sheet with information about what the kids were going to be learning. And I gave them my email. And in there, I put that I do not answer my email during class, so I can look at it during my breaks, which I only had 5-minute breaks, which was really difficult. But I put on there, so I was done at 2:30. I would write that I would look at my messages until 3:30 p.m. And that was it. If they emailed me after, they would see me emailing them back the next day. Or if it was a call, then I would call from the school. I would never call from my personal cell phone. And the last one is another really good one. And saying no is a complete sentence. This one a long time ago was really, really difficult for me. And if I wanted to say yes, I would say yes, especially if I had the time. But right now I just don't, nor do I really want the time, but for anything. But if you say no, you genuinely just mean no. And it does not make you a bad teacher. It does not make you a bad coworker. It does not put your reputation down at all. But what it means is that you respect your energy and your time, and your responsibility is not someone else's responsibility. Okay, so with boundaries, just a little review. I like to think of like a boundary as like, pretend everyone in this world has a hula hoop around them, right? And everyone's walking with their hula hoop, and if someone bumps into it and then tries to overlap their hula hoop with yours, they're in your boundary space. That's not good, okay? So if that makes you burst and that makes you so mad, that's a good example of where you need to set your boundaries at, okay? So it could be something like everything that I said on this list. Could be like not viewing your emails after school. It could be closing your door during your prep period, or you have your break, you don't do anything on your break, which is kind of hard. It's kind of hard to not just not do anything, because if you don't want to take work home, then do something. Not taking your work home, leaving at contracted hour. All of these things are boundaries, and very, very extremely important. So I hope this video was super valuable to you, because boundaries are so important. Definitely hit the like button, share this with your teacher friends, your para friends, and definitely don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I have videos every Sunday at 11 a.m. You are a difference maker. I believe in you, and I'll see you in this video.